Hi guys, this is Janet. Welcome to this class. In this, at the end of this lesson, you should be able to note the different types of angles and be able to solve angles in a polygon. Now, we already know that a polygon is any plane shape with 3 or more straight sides. So, I'll be talking about angles formed in a polygon. The first one we'll start with angle on a straight line. Angles on a straight line. Now, angles on a straight line equals 180 degree. So this is a straight line. Now a straight line can come as a horizontal line, can come in slant form, whatever form, but we are sure this is angle on a straight line. So let's call here A, here B, and here C. What this means is that A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degrees. This is angle on a straight line. Then angles at a point. Now angle at a point is equal to 360 degree. The hand of a clock starting from 12, moving, crossing, going through all the numbers 1, 2, 3, and back to 12. That is angles at a point. It came back to that same point where it started. That's angle at a point, and that equals 360 degree. So this is angle at a point. So we have an angle formed here. Let's call it X. We have one formed here. Let's call this one Y, and let's call this one Z. So we have X, Y, Z. So that means when we sum up angle X plus Y plus Z, that will give us 360. We started from this point. No, we started from this point over to this point, move, and then we still return to this same point. That is angle at a point. Now the next one we're going to talk about is vertically opposite angle. Now, I name this angle X. Vertically opposite angle, I name it letter X, meaning they face each other. So if this is P and here is Q, that means P is equal to Q. Your reason is vertically opposite angle facing each other. Once you see that when the angle is formed and it forms letter X, the angle facing it is called vertically opposite angle. Also, if we have here, and this is X, and here this is Y. So, and we say X is equal to Y. We're still saying the same thing. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Then the next one is alternate angle. Alternate angle. Alternate angles also are equal. I call it the letter Z. It can be letter N. It can be letter Z, it can be letter N, depending on how the parallel line is formed. Now, these are parallel lines moving at the same direction but can never meet. This is a parallel line, and a transversal crosses it. Transversal line is a line that crosses the parallel line. Okay, these are two lines. Parallel line can be 3, but the main thing is that the lines are not meeting each other. They are moving at opposite direction, but they cannot come close. All right, so that's a transversal crossing it. Now, looking at this, let's get to see how the alternate angle is formed in this parallel line. We said it forms the letter Z. This is Z. Okay, this is the alternate angle. It can also go in the opposite direction, which is good. That's from the letter Z. Going the opposite direction like this. Alright, that's going the opposite direction. It can be facing this way, the normal Z. Then if you turn it the other way, that's where it forms the letter N. So what this means is that from the letter Z that it has formed, this angle here, let's call it X, is equal to the angle here, which is Y. So that means X is equal to Y. Your reason is alternate angle when it forms the letter Z. Now the opposite side, this is here and this is here. Let's call this W and let's call this one V. So V is equal to W. Our reason is because it is an alternate angle. Now the next angle we are going to talk about is corresponding angle. Corresponding angle. Corresponding angle forms the letter F, whether the F is facing this way or is facing the other way. It forms a, so we still deal with parallel line where we have a pair of parallel line moving at the same direction, but and a transversal crosses it. Now when it forms the letter F, this is the F, the angle here is equal to the angle here. So if we call this one U, this one will be V. That means U is equal to V. Okay, now I told you that the F might be facing this way or facing that way. Alright, let's see if it's facing the other way. Now this angle here, whether if I pick here, that means it will be equal to this. Now if I pick here, it will be equal to here. Okay, so we have C is equal to D. C is equal to D. Our reason is corresponding angles are equal. Now this one is a bonus to us, where we have sum of angle in a triangle. Let's talk, of course we're talking about angles in a polygon. So this is a triangle. A triangle is a shape that has 3 sides and 3 angles. Now the different types of triangle, we have the right angle triangle. This right angle triangle has only one angle equal to 90 degrees, right angled triangle. We have the equilateral triangle, equilateral triangle. We have the isosceles triangle, we have the scalene triangle. Now all of these type of triangle, sum of angles in a triangle, everything is equal to 180 degrees. But what demarcates them is that for a scalene triangle has no angle equal, no side equal, but sum of angles in a triangle is equal to 180. Isosceles triangle has the base angles equal to each other. This is how an isosceles triangle look. Okay, so if here is A and B, A, this is how we call it isosceles. A is equal to B. Base angles of an isosceles triangle is equal. But an equilateral triangle has all sides and all angles equal. All sides, all angle equal. Okay, so if here is 60 degrees, that means here is 60, here is 60. While the right angle triangle has only one angle to be equal to 90 degrees. The rest you can, of course, you know that the other angle will not be 90 shared in between this. It can be equal, it can be less, who knows. But the sum of angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. We are going to solve an example to explain the different angles that we just talked about now. Now, these are examples to prove some of the angles that we just explained. The angles on a straight line, angles at a point, vertically opposite angle, alternate angle, corresponding angles. Now, these 1, 2, okay, just 1, 2 are parallel lines. Looking at this and this, I think they are explaining one angle. Look at, we have when you move around, this one is angle at a point. Same thing here. Okay, so let's go by the first one. The first one, this is a parallel line, and this is the angle formed. Okay, so what angle is formed? Going by the way I drew the letter. Yes, the letter F, and the letter F is corresponding angle, and we say corresponding angles are equal. So you write 2y plus 15 is equal to 3y minus 28. Why did we say they are equal? Because corresponding angle, always have to write your reason to state why what you are doing is correct. So corresponding angles are equal. Okay, so from our knowledge of algebra, we add both, we collect like terms. So we have 2y, bringing 3y here, minus 3y is equal to minus 28 minus 15. So minus 2y minus 3y, that's minus y, is equal to minus 28 minus 15, that will be minus 43. Minus 43. So we divide both sides by minus 1, so that y is equal to 43. So the value for y is 43. So when we impute the value for y, that will give us okay, let's impute the value for y. The value for y is 43. So for 2y plus 15, we have 2 multiplied by 43 plus 15. So this is 86 plus 15, and this is 101. 101. So for 3y minus 28, 3 multiplied by 43 minus 28, that's 3 by 3, that's 9, then 3 by 4, that's 129 minus 28. So our answer will give us 101, which is still the same thing. That, just as we said, corresponding angles are equal. Then the next part, this is angle at a point. So everything, we'll add up everything here, and the value must give us 360, because angle at a point is equal to 360. So we have 158 plus y plus 20 plus y plus 60. Everything is equal to 360 degrees. Okay, sorry, I mixed up the whole thing. Okay, so 360 degrees. So let's add 158 plus 20 plus 60. That will give us 20 plus 60, that's 80. Then 80 plus 158. 158 plus 18. That will give us 238. We add up y plus y. Y plus y, that's 2y, is equal to 360. So we say 2y is equal to 360 minus 238. So 10 subtract, so 2y is equal to 10 minus 8 is 2. Then, we borrowed one. This is 5 now. 5 minus 3 is another 2. And then 3 minus this is 1. We divide both sides by 2. So y is equal to 61. So just like we did the first one, that's the same thing. You impute the value for, if you are asked to solve further, you impute the value for y into y to get the value for each angle. Then for C now, okay, when you sum up 158 plus y plus 20 plus y plus 60 to be equal to 360, we're supposed to write sum of angle, or angle at a point. Sum of angle at a point, because we said angle at a point is equal to 360. So also for this angle is already known. angle that stands this way is 90 degrees. So we've known this angle. So what we are looking for is A. To get A, I usually use my ruler. You look at it. This is angle on a straight line. Okay, so A plus 138 is equal to 180. Our reason is angle on a straight line. Sum of angle on a straight line is equal to 180. So A will be equal to 180 minus 138. And that means A is equal to 42. So having gotten A, now we can get B and C. Now, A and C are facing each other. Remember? Oh, sorry, my hand didn't draw it well. A and C are facing each other. And when they are facing each other, forming the letter X, that will be vertically opposite angle. So A is equal to C. Our reason is what? Vertically opposite angles are equal. So vertically opposite angles are equal, and there we have it. A is equal to 42. Sorry, if A is equal to 42, that means C is equal to 42. Then for us to get the letter B, we have B plus 90 plus 42 is equal to 180. Still the same thing, angle on a straight line. On a straight line. So B will be equal to 180 minus 90 plus 42 is 132, and our answer is equal to 48 degrees. So for the last question, what do you think will be the value for DEF? Try to get this answer. If you're able to get this, then you can get the value for D. Remember what we said, this value. But this one you don't have to give your reason, because that's not what you are asked to answer. So try to get the value for here, then it can give you D. Then look at the letter formed also. It's formed this. So this one here will be equal to this one here. How do you get this one here? Look at angle on a straight line. If here is 65, what will be here? So whatever value you get to be here will give you E. Okay, angle on a straight line. Then the same thing here, you can do angle on a straight line or the angle that forms the letter X.